So we're outputting some basic summary data here, but of course at the moment there are these ugly warnings that some content does basically not fit into the screen boundaries, and that's of course not good. To fix this, you should go to the questions summary.dart file and to the questions summary component there. And there you can fix this issue by wrapping this column, which is inside of this row. So not the outer column, but this inner column with another widget. For that, we can refactor this, of course, and wrap it with a widget. And the widget with which this should be wrapped is the expanded widget, which is a widget we haven't used up to this point. Now, I'll explain it in just a second. If we save this, you should see that now this is reformatted here, and now text that is too long for a single line instead is broken across multiple lines. Which is better? The overall styling is still not great, but this is a good start. But what exactly does expanded do here? Now, the name expanded here might sound like the child widget takes all the space that it can get. And to some extent it does, but that's actually better than what we had before. Because without expanded, column actually takes an infinite amount of width, even if that goes beyond the screen boundaries. After wrapping it with expanded, this changes, because expanded basically allows its child to take the available space along the flex widget's main axis, which might sound strange, but the flex widget is simply a row or column widget above the widget that you put into expanded. So the flex widget for this column here would be this row widget, for example. Now, the maximum width of a row widget is the maximum screen width, just as the maximum height of a column widget is the maximum height of the screen. Therefore, if you use expanded inside of a row, the widget that is passed as a child to expanded can't take more than the width of that row. That's what expanded guarantees. Without expanded, the column inside of the row totally ignores the maximum width of the row and instead grows beyond that width. With expanded, it's restricted to that width of that row, and this column here will instead only expand such that it fills up the space provided by row. That's why in the end, expanded here restricts the width of the column instead of increasing it. It restricts the width of the column to the width of the row, which in the end is the width of the device screen. Of course, we'll also soon take care about the rest of this styling. Before we do that though, I want to add these summary statistics here with concrete values for X and Y.